I'm hurt, y'all. Just like half the Lakers roster. I keep telling myself that it's just basketball and life goes on, but honestly, I'm not believing myself. I'm just feeling sad right now. This season was just full of injuries, and ultimately, it led to this outcome. Not to take away anything from the Suns, Booker went crazy. CP3 was injured also, but he showed his leadership. And the rest of their team just got hot at the right time. Meanwhile, the Lakers got absolutely cold at the wrong time. So Phoenix was the better team this series, and they deserved to win. With that said, fuck the Suns. These dudes were talking mad shit at the end. Booker, Jae Crowder. I think LeBron is reevaluating his relationship with Chris Paul right now, because he didn't shake hands with anybody on the Suns. I think he's realizing that CP3 is a dirty player. Chris Paul tried to injure LeBron multiple times, and he did other dirty things in this series. So I want to see these guys next year in the playoffs. With a fully healthy team, LeBron and AD having an extra long offseason now. So I want to see them again when both squads are fully healthy. Then we'll see who's talking in the end. And again, it's not an excuse. The Suns won fair and square. But you're delusional if you don't think health played a role in the outcome. And I'm not just talking about the injuries in this series. All year, the Lakers had injuries and they weren't able to establish on-court chemistry. Their main guys hardly got to play with each other. So that ultimately led to this team that quite frankly crumbled under the pressure. And these injuries were obviously due to the shortened offseason and the compressed schedule. It's not a coincidence that both teams that were in the finals last year were out in the first round this year. And 3 out of the 4 teams in the conference finals last year went out in the first round. And 3 out of the 4 of those teams suffered major injuries. Murray out for the season, Jaylen Brown out for the season, LeBron and AD clearly not the same players. And Miami got swept, so clearly something's going on there. At least the Lakers showed some fight at the end, but they dug themselves into deep of a hole. And I know a lot of people are going to want to blow this team up, and honestly, I don't think that's the answer. Our biggest issue was health. And by the way, all of you hating on AD for getting injured, screw you. That's a real low. That's why other fan bases hate us, because fans like you can't help that he's injured. And he tried to play, but he wasn't able to. But anyway, I don't think they should blow up this team. But either way, it's going to look a lot different next year, simply because the contractual situation and the cap situation. A lot of the guys are on expiring contracts. Pretty sure Trez is gone, mainly because he's extremely underpaid, and he probably didn't appreciate his role in the playoffs. But at the same time, that's 2 years in a row where he's had a disappointing playoff performance, so maybe his best option is to stay with the Lakers. Same with Schroeder, who actually played pretty good this game, showed that energy in the fight, but again, it was too late. And I think he played himself out of a contract. I don't think a team is going to offer him more than the $80 million the Lakers offered. And I think that offer is likely off the table too. Pelinka's going to ask for an extreme discount, a choking tax. But anyway, season is over and I don't know what to do with myself. It's funny because it wasn't too long ago that we weren't even in the playoffs, but we have one championship run. Mind you, it was extra long, but now I don't know how to readjust. I don't know what to do with my life. But on the positive note, the Lakers can take a break from this tiring season. We can take a break because honestly, it was stressful to watch this team. Hopefully, the Lakers use this extra long offseason to get right, get healthy, and improve their games. We'll be back next season, better than ever.